Hey, so I'm at the lower forge now, finally. I think. Let me tell you, getting out here was crazy. The trails aren't exactly marked. They're only marked at a couple of intersections, so you just gotta hope you're going the right way. So I just spent half an hour going the wrong way. There's fence lizards. This is the second one I've seen since I got to the spot, like 10 minutes ago. And, dude, look at this place. Look how thick that is. Look at that. So, park at your own risk. That's encouraging. And it's a good thing I have some experience with sugar sand. But, I can hear the towhee, one of my all-time favorite birds. Anyhow. Well, let's get set up. This is nice. You know, I saw that since I've been here. I set up my hammock. I set up a little tent to keep stuff in while I'm away from camp. You know, food, clothing, and you know, that kind of thing. I don't like bringing a tent, but you know, I can't just leave my stuff out. I don't trust it. Check this guy out that just bounced off my tent. That's a hell of a wasp. Look how big it is. Holy crap. So guys, check out this lizard. He's been hanging out here the whole time since I've been setting up. He doesn't care if I touch him or anything. He just likes my backpack. When I was setting up, he ran, you know, I set my backpack down. He ran across the ground, jumped onto my backpack, and then I ignored him, you know. Later on, I'm going about my business, and I'm taking stuff out of my bag. And I left the bag open. He comes jumping out. He climbs up here. He climbs over here, and he stays here. He's been hanging out here the whole time. So, I like my lizard guy. I have company. In case you were wondering, it's an eastern fence lizard. Sorry, forgot to tell you guys that. Awesome face on you. Very bird-like feet. Now, you see all that stuff over there, all that green? That's blueberry. This is July, so a lot of those are fruiting. Really good food. There's high bush blueberry, low bush blueberry, huckleberry, all free for the picking. So, you don't really need to bring much food here in July. Really cool stuff. People often call this reindeer moss or reindeer lichen. But this is a type of lichen, basically. And it's a little piece like that could be 50 years old. It grows very slow. In fact, a piece like that could be a couple hundred years old even. So if you find a bigger piece, sometimes they're thousands of years old. And they get this, they absorb moisture from the air and get nice and soft and cushiony. And then on dry days like this, they're very brittle and crispy, crunchy, but really cool stuff. And in a survival situation, you could eat it, but you have to leach it, you know, in running water for a couple days, or boil the crap out of it, because it has a lot of high acids in it for dissolving stone. Well, here's the river. I'm not sure if this is Adsine River, or Mullica River, or what, but this is the river. It's going to be freezing, and I'm going to go swimming in it. I gotta rinse off. Beautiful tea color too. I'm starting to wish it was hot this weekend. Here it goes. So nice. It's all red from the cedar tannin. These waters are medicinal from the tannic acids. not that deep though. Not in that spot. Just gorgeous. So soft too. Wow, I really hope I find a snake here. Okay, this is probably where I'll hang out tonight. Because it's beautiful, that's why. When the stars come out, it's going to be absolutely insane. And the moon tonight, it's going to be beautiful. On this nice soft grass. There might be some ticks, but it's worth the cost. Oh my god. Blueberry just forever. Okay. Perfect dry wood here, and that's why I'm in this spot. Nice dry wood that has a crack when you break it. It's going to be good stuff here. Okay, so I need some firewood, and there's a whole bunch of grapevines and green briar vines over there. I gotta watch the green briars because they have these nice long thorns on them. But the grapevines, there's tons of them, and they choke out some of the trees. Some of these are non-native. I'm just gonna take one, a pliable, bendy one, and I'm gonna use my little arrowhead necklace because I left my knife over there. I left everything over there because I was just swimming. So I'm gonna cut them down with this. Okay, so I know I look silly right now, but this is my grapevine. I'm gonna use this for carrying back firewood if I need to, or I might make a Swiss fire log, which works amazing. The only problem is I didn't bring an axe or anything, so I might have to split it with my saw or something like that. But I found some dead standing wood over here and a dead tree over there, so I think there's some more vines. And I can use that for my fire instead of building a Swiss fire. Okay, see how well that grapevine works? You just lash your stuff up with that, and then I can still use it for other stuff. But I got a lot to do, so we'll see. See how thick and lush it is, guys? Say it all the time. But this is why people get lost in these kind of places. So the Pine Barrens is a habitat, and it's a type of habitat, obviously, where it's mostly pitch pine and some scrub oak and blackjack oak and stuff like that. Now, this is the biggest Pine Barrens in the world, and there's not a lot of Pine Barrens habitats, but the one in New Jersey, especially Wharton Forest, the biggest one around. So you can easily see how people could get lost in these places. Everything looks the same, you know? And the paths are sunken into the ground because it's all sand. So you walk out, 15, 20 feet into the bush, turn around, you won't see your path, okay? So you gotta keep looking, you gotta constantly be on top of that. Little lizard guy's still on my backpack. What you up to, little guy? You don't want to stay in here. It's not good for you. You have to be careful, okay? Okay, piece of advice. When you're at a campsite with designated fire pits, and those are the only ones you can use, like these things here, the fire rings, what you need to do, if your fire goes out, look at all the crap people put here. If your fire keeps going out on you, it's usually pretty obvious what you have to do. And I've been doing this for years at these kind of places, and it works pretty much every time. I gotta clean out the cigarette butts. This is another thing I can't stand. Don't throw your cigarette butts in the fire, okay? It's highly toxic when you burn that stuff. And if you're cooking in your fire pit or with your fire and you're throwing crap like that in there, your food's not going to taste as good as it would otherwise. And honestly, you're building up toxins in your body. But I got to get some bark and lay down a platform here because this is moist. But what you want to do is dig some holes in here so that the air gets in there under your fire. And preferably where the prevailing winds are, which are coming from over there. So I'm going to dig some holes here to oxygenate the bottom of my fire. This platform of bark, I'll build the fire on top of that. That way it won't suck the moisture up out of the ground. As you can see, it's pretty moist here. Okay? So we have this bark to protect the fire from the moisture. Okay, I got this nice chunk of cedar that I split with my knife. And I burned it in now. And I gotta carve my notch and I gotta get this fire going. So now, I'm gonna get some more blueberries, but I gotta wash my hands off first. Look at all this. But I dug out around the fire pit, so I should have a decent fire going tonight. I'll go through less wood that way. Sounds like you wouldn't, but you do. You go through a bit less wood when you have it combusting more efficiently, because the oxygen's getting to it. So all the blueberries I'm talking about, they're all over the place here. All over the place. So all these white flowers and stuff, those are cranberries. This is a cranberry patch. Check it out. Those are all cranberry plants, okay? And those are some cranberries that are not ripe yet, because it's the wrong time of year. Come September they will be. Maybe even August. I want to see if that pickerel's back. There's a pickerel right there. Oh, it's so cool looking. Can't wait to see what it's like here at night. It's gonna be so nice. That fire should smoke for ages.